It's one thing for people to see your pictures on Instagram, maybe see your videos on Snapchat, and then see you in real life. What's the reaction you receive when people see you in real life? What do they say?
I mean, they're like, aren't you that girl that dances on Instagram? Or I had a couple of girls cry before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was like, wow, you're really crying for me? Like, I'm inspiring you that much? But, yeah, usually they're like, don't you dance on Instagram? Or they'll ask for a picture, or they'll compliment me and tell me they really like my dancing. But
When
it's lit. It's like, huh?
When they cry, do you cry?
I mean, like, I try to comfort them. I don't know, like, sometimes it's kind of awkward, but, like, I like the feeling. It feels nice.
Not awkward?
I mean, a little bit. Like, I try to, like, comfy them, you know, comfort them.
Give them a hug, pat them on the back.
A little bit of that.
Now, okay, what about the way you look? Do people think you look taller in person, shorter? What do they say? Do they think you look the same, prettier,
actually,
uglier?
Today I had a person tell me, they asked me, they were like, oh, you dance on Instagram? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, you're tall. Like, they said it to me and my sister. Because we're actually pretty tall. But on camera, I don't know if we look that tall. But
what's your opinion of social media these days? What do you make of it at this point?
Oh, wait, what do you mean?
Like, when you think of social media, in general speaking, what do you make of it? What do you think of it?
I mean, I think social media is like, it's cool right now. It's always been cool, but I like it. I like social media. I like Instagram, YouTube, you know.
Safe to say it's played a role in your success?
Yeah, I mean, I make money, so.
That's a nice thing. Good money?
Yeah, I could say good money.
Do you think you probably make as much money as maybe somebody that works like a 9-to-5 job, like that's your age?
Actually, I had a friend tell me that he worked like all day and he only got paid like $100. And I was like, I get paid that like just for doing one video, so like, or like even more than, something more than that, so yeah.
So yeah, you're making more money than maybe somebody doing a 9-to-5, that's your age.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Now, what's your biggest pet peeve with social media? What bothers you the most about it, if anything?
My biggest pet peeve,
anything that bugs you?
I don't know. Let me see. Pet peeve over social media. Maybe just like hate, or like people always have something to say, if that makes sense. Like,
of course.
Yeah, like if we're oh my gosh, if we're like dancing to have fun, or like we're just making a funny video, somebody will always like try to point out something that wasn't necessary, but you know, they always do it.
How do you deal with negative or hateful comments online?
Most of the time I just ignore them. I like don't pay any attention to it. But there was a point where it was a lot, and then I wanted to say something back, but I just like, it's whatever.
So you don't clap back?
Nah.
Delete comments, turn comments off?
I used to do that. Like in the beginning, I would like delete some certain comments. Like if it was like really negative, I would just swipe them and delete them. But now I just leave my comments there.
Why'd you change like that?
Because without the haters, you're not popping. But yeah, I just got over it. Like, it doesn't really faze me anymore, basically.
Block people?
Nah.
Not really block people either.
Yeah.
When I do these types of interviews and ask these types of questions, a lot of people are blocking, deleting.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't,
clapping back.
I mean, I used to do that, but I don't really like do that anymore.
Is it a time-consuming thing, or is it a ego thing? Like, you're not worried about it type thing?
So I turned off, like, I don't get notifications from, like, people I don't follow, so I don't really look. But, like, if I do go over my video and then look at the comments, sometimes I see it, and I don't really care.
What about death threats? Have comments gotten to the point where you've received death threats online?
Yes. They're like, kill yourself, or like, why are you still dancing? Like, it's not cool anymore. And like, go do something else with your life. Go, like, they say some crazy stuff, to be honest. Like, drink bleach. I've gotten that before. I don't know.
But nobody's at, hey, if you keep dancing, I'm gonna kill you type of thing.
No.
No, like, realistic or No, it's almost like a figure of speech. Hey, go kill yourself.
Yeah, like that.
Not like somebody's out to get you, like, hey, don't get out of your house tomorrow.
I hope not. I don't think so.
I'm looking for you type of stuff. What about stalkers? Has anybody ever crossed that imaginary line, that boundary between online and real life?
Online and real life. Nah, I don't think so. But someone tried to send me an address. Like, they found my address somehow. It wasn't my address. It was my cousin's address. And they, like, sent it to me. They're like, if you don't post me or something, I'm going to expose where you live. But I just didn't. I didn't even respond.
And that leads to my next topic, which is disabling and hacking. Have you ever had your profile on Instagram disabled or hacked?
Nope, never have.
There was a time, and you kind of bring up, when somebody says, hey, we want you to post this or we're going to expose this, that's a form of extortion. That's somebody trying to bribe you to get something they want by using something against you. Now, there was a time, I don't know if you remember this or not, but there were some very popular dancers in Atlanta, and there was somebody that was targeting all of them with bribery and extortion as well. And they would actually hack their profiles. And
yeah, I've heard of that. Like, I've gotten some emails saying, like, or like they try to trick me sometimes. They're like, we're gonna verify your Instagram. Just send me your username and your password. I'm like, what?
And that's called phishing.
Yeah.
That's a way of trying to extract your information.
Yeah.
How'd you not fall for that? How did you? Because people do fall for that. What made you say, "Hey, this isn't right"?
It was fishy to me, like sketchy. So I knew it was fake. So I didn't do anything.
They also fish in DMs. Did you know that?
Fish in DMs.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff where, and it's happened to me before. I didn't fall for it, but it's happened where somebody will be like, hey, there's somebody talking a lot of mess about you. I tried to report them. Here's the proof. Click this link, blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
And if you click that link, you could get zapped.
That almost happened to me. Like, I clicked on the link, and then it asked me to sign in, and I was about to sign in, and then I was like, wait, why would I don't even care that much.
If you would have signed in, you would have got...
Yeah, I would have got hacked.
Yep. That's called phishing. Now, people that are dancers that have high followers, they get an Instagram backup page. Something in the event that their page gets disabled or hacked, they have something to keep the followers going and let them know what's going on, that sort of thing. Do you have an Instagram backup page or no?
Yeah, I do actually.
You do?
I'm Alexus backup.
Now, we talked about Instagram. What about Snapchat? Do you still snap? Are you still active on Snapchat?
I'm pretty active, but like, I'm more active on Instagram.
Instagram stories?
Yeah, Instagram stories, lives, just Instagram in general.
And that's something I wanted to ask you about too. Is your Instagram, is your Snapchat screen name the same as your Instagram, or is it different?
It's the same. Just go by I am Alexus.
And people have been jumping the Snapchat ship, and they've been moving to Instagram stories.
Yeah, because before Instagram didn't have the stories thing, so but now they do. So a lot of people have been jumping to Instagram.
Do you post the same things on both, or do you post different content on each?
I post different content, to be honest.
Some people do the download and re-upload of their stories.
Yeah, sometimes I repost it like onto my Instagram, but usually it's different content. Yeah.
Now, when you do post on Snap, how often are you snapping these days?
I can say almost every day.
Okay.
Yeah, I Snapchat a lot.
Check your messages?
I get a lot of random Snapchats. I don't really open, sometimes I do, like if I'm feeling like it, and then like they're like, oh my gosh, I love you, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. But usually it's like a lot, I just don't really.
What about Snap Maps? Ever tried that?
Snap Map?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Where people that you're following can see, or no, people that you're following, you can see where they're at on a real map in real time.
They have that on Snapchat?
Yeah, it's one of their newest updates. It's called Snap Maps.
I've never tried that. It sounds lit though. I'm gonna do that.
And you can be ghost, so people don't know where you're at, and you can see where other people are at.
It's kind of creepy. Wait, so, oh, you can see other people, but they can't see where you're at?
Yeah, if you're in ghost
What if
mode,
they have theirs turned off?
then you won't be able to see where they're at.
Oh,
You'll look on the map, and you can see people that have publicly displayed that they're live.
Oh, that's new?
Yeah, just came out.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Just curious if you tried it. Now, you mentioned Instagram Live. We talked about Instagram Stories, but you mentioned Instagram Live, which is another feature. Instagram Stories is something similar to what Snapchat does. Instagram Live is something similar that Periscope and Facebook Live does.
Yeah.
How often are you on Live?
On Live? Not too often, but I try to go live like every now and then. And then sometimes it's booming or like Top Live.
You've been on the Top Live before.
Yeah.
What's that feeling like?
I mean,
how do you know you're on Top Live? Do they tell you that?
It gives you like a little, like on the live thing it says Top Live.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah, it's cool.
Did you notice a hike in people watching that time? And
yeah, I went up like a lot, more than usual. Like it just depends. Sometimes it's booming, sometimes it's not.
You've been on Top Live a couple times?
Yeah, I think just like twice. My brother's always on Top Live.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
'Cause he goes live a lot though. I don't really.
Now, when it comes to Instagram Live and they first introduced it, a lot of people were using it. Now, not so much. Why do you think people aren't using it as much?
I feel like they probably got tired of it, to be honest. That's probably why. And like, YouTube has live now too. So maybe that stopped. Because I remember as soon as they got on it, all my followers were on live. I was lit. But it's probably because YouTube and they got used to it, probably.
YouTube, you can make money with your live there.
Really?
I think so, because they monetize everything.
Oh, yeah, monetizing.
So
wait, you can't, can you put ads in your live?
I think you can.
Oh.
Don't quote me on that, but I think you can. That would make sense why people would be on live versus, maybe Instagram where there's no money coming in.
Maybe that's why people go on YouTube more.
Yeah, that's what I meant, yeah.
Oh, that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, that's why people probably use YouTube Live.
Yeah.
Because there's some sort of money back or monetization versus Instagram Live.
Instagram should do that. I feel like it would blow up like YouTube if they did that. If they made money.
I wonder if Facebook Live can be monetized.
I don't use Facebook, so I wouldn't know.
Now, okay, what's the most unique location you've jumped on live from? I've seen people in some pretty interesting places. Anything crazy for you? Craziest place, strangest place, most unique place?
The only place I go on live is usually at home. If I'm out doing something like dance videos, I won't really go on live because I'm busy. But I don't think I've ever had it like at a really amazing spot.
With all these social media changes, and like we talked about once again, Instagram Stories doing what Snapchat does, Instagram Live doing what Periscope does, and YouTube Live, and Facebook Live. Do you think Twitter can still survive all these social media platform changes or no?
I mean, I think Twitter's a good social media because everybody uses it. But with Instagram doing all these things and Twitter just being able to tweet, I don't think so. That's what I think.
Do you still tweet?
Not really. I don't really use my Twitter that much.
You have a Twitter though.
I do, but I don't really like tell people to follow it or anything because I don't really be on Twitter.
Want to share your screen name?
I am Alexus with 2 S's.
Now, are your parents on social media?
My parents, yes. My dad and my mom, actually. They both be watching me on Instagram and YouTube.
Are they critiquing your posts and what you're posting and your captions and stuff like that?
They just want me to be like a good example. They don't want me to do anything bad, so kind of.
Are they interacting with you publicly on social media too? Are they commenting on your posts and stuff like that?
Nah,
liking
they just
your
like
stuff?
it. They like it. So yeah, they like it, and they tell me all the time that they're proud of me. Like, keep dancing, or yeah.